This evening, Guyana's attendance at UN General Assembly has improved country's international standing. Starbrook Market Clock to be restored by U.S. Embassy as anniversary gift. Mayor Chase Green defends town clerk's actions against Minister Bulkin's comments. In the region, in St. Lucia, the opposition SLP calls for the suspension of Guy Mayor's diplomatic appointment. And internationally, recent shootings in the U.S. by police against blacks cause Americans to conclude that tensions have reached an all-time high.
From SAFETV headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is SAFETV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Headline News is now being streamed live on our YouTube channel, as well as our website, SAFETVGuyana.com. Join us. President David Granger says that Guyana's attendance at the latest United Nations General Assembly has improved the country's international standing. But is he confident about the border resolution with Venezuela? Let's find out from Rihanna Ahmad.
Secretary General of the United Nations Ban Ki-moon has declared that he will make a decision on the Venezuela-Guyana border disagreement come November, just weeks before he demits office on December 31. Speaking with reporters on the New York edition of his public interest program, President David Granger was asked how confident he is that the Secretary General will be able to settle the issue before stepping down. This was his answer.
And I would like him to be the Secretary General who brings the controversy. Well, he can't bring it to an end, but he can put it on a course that it will certainly lead to an end. I don't want your children and your grandchildren to be faced with a controversy that has already existed for 50 years.
The Guyanese head of state has acknowledged the delay that exists should Mr. Ban Ki-moon demit office without providing a decision on the border dispute.
Over the last year, he has done much to advance our case. This is his 10th year, and if he demits office and simply hands over the controversy to another Secretary General, it will take a long time to develop the momentum. I don't want that to happen.
Granger believes that Guyana has been wrongfully embroiled in this controversy for way too long. He wants 2016 to be the year that a decision is made to alleviate the land of many waters of this bother.
The agreement that was signed in February 1966, the Geneva Agreement, was meant to bring this controversy to an end. And this is the time when we feel that the controversy could be ended in a peaceful manner under that agreement.
The Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces believes too that the UN resolving this 5 decades-old issue will only boost the world's confidence in the body and its capability of keeping countries in check. Rihanna Ahmad, SAFETV 2 Headline News.
Thanks, Rihanna. The United States Embassy in Guyana has gotten the green light from the mayor and city council to rehabilitate the Starbrook Market Clock. Andrew Weeks, who spoke with the chief of missions, said it will cost hundreds of thousands of U.S. dollars to bring the Starbrook Market Clock back to life.
Paying a courtesy call to Mayor Patricia Chase Green's office recently, U.S. Chief of Mission to Guyana, Terry Steve Gonzalez, said the offer to repair the clock is a 50th anniversary gift to Guyana.
Well, we as the U.S. Embassy and the U.S. government believe that Starbrook Market and Starbrook Clock is a representation not just of Georgetown, but of Guyana as a whole. And it was a real privilege, and we are very pleased to be able to help in its celebration and to return the clock to its original glory.
The Starbrook Market Clock has been out of commission since the 1990s. When it was up and running, it reminded those nearby, in their offices, those on the road, or a few miles away, about the time. Mayor Chase Green said she is very happy that the U.S. Embassy has decided to help the city's historic market showpiece. The mayor proposes a timeline for the completion of the Starbrook Market Clock.
Well, as you know, it has been a project that has been ongoing. We've had previous discussions. We're at the point where it's coming to finality, and I would like to see this project completed by the end of December 31st. So for the new year, we can ring in the new year with the chimes of the new clock. I am grateful. I want to say thank you to the U.S. government and its people for coming forward and assisting the country and Guyana as a whole, as in spending thousands of dollars for the rehabilitation of the Stelling market clock. It's a great project, and we're happy that at long last that project will be completed.
Asked for the cost to complete the project, Gonzalez said,
It's several tens of thousands of dollars that the project will amount to at the end of the day, and it shows
designed and constructed by the Edgemoor Iron Company of Delaware, USA, over the period 1880 to 1881. Construction of the iron and steel structure was completed in 1881 and may be the oldest structure still in use in the city. The Stabroek Market was designed by an American engineer, Nathaniel McKay. The Stabroek Market covers an area of about 80,000 square feet. Andrew Weeks reporting for SAFETV2 Headline News.
Thanks, Andrew. City Hall's statutory meeting on Monday saw the majority of councilors passing the parking meter contract with Smart City.
It relates to parking meters being implemented in the capital city. Works have already commenced on the ground in terms of mapping, but the other part is that the entire council, or the council, had to give their approval, and that was given. Well, not.
My situation is quite clear. There was total transparency on the whole aspect. The amendments were brought before the council. Councillors would have done some added amendments to the prelim, and a request was asked that it be given in writing. All the documentation was presented yesterday. It was the final day, and a vote was called for, and the majority of councillors voted in favor for the implement to be voting.
There you've heard from the mayor of the capital city of Georgetown, Madam Patricia Chase Green, explaining that the parking meters, the plan has been approved, the amended plan has been approved by the new council. So therefore, one can expect that the capital city will soon see the implementation of parking meters under some amount of new management from the Smart City Solutions end. Mondale Smith reporting for SAFETV Headline News.
Thanks, Mondale. Coming up on Headline News after the break, PPPC actively engages in more protests, and GCCI receives grants for capacity building.
Jewelry, second floor at the Giftland Mall. Custom design jewelry made to order in just 24 hours. Call at 222-7283 or visit us on Facebook at Raj Jewelry, because love deserves.
Just showing your card. No points to accumulate or bills to keep. It's that simple. Apply today for your John Lewis Styles VIP Rewards card. See store for more details. John Lewis Styles. Different.
With a distinctive flavor, Umda Palka ghee is made from 100% pure vegetable oil. This Palka ghee is a delight when preparing sweetmeats and other dishes for healthy cooking with a rich buttery taste and aroma. It is used for religious purposes and is a principal fuel for burning. Umda Palka ghee is light, pure, with a real ghee texture.
When it comes to power tools, you know very well that Sylvie's Variety Store is your household name in that department. Among the very best in U.S. and European craftsmanship and technology comes the rigid line of
enticing and the best in town, served hot from our experienced chefs. Come and enjoy our daily meals with a wide and delicious menu to choose from. Also a wide variety of pastries and dessert. We can also host your luncheons, cocktails, parties, and formal gathering. For reservation, call 225-1730, 225-0038, and delivery 225-0195 or 225-0159. The New Thriving Chinese Restaurant, 32 Main Street, Georgetown.
Only at Kissoon's can you get the guaranteed offer of up to 50% discount on every item in their blowout factory surplus sale. 50% off for Guyana's 50th anniversary right through the year. Check it out at their spacious factory outlet at Rheinfeldt Industrial Park, where parking is no problem.
Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole...
For years, many devastated victims of various crimes have complained and decried the slothfulness of the justice system. This went on for decades and continues to happen even today.
With the concerns and the reservations of more than half of the voting population of this country.
Rohi was today speaking with reporters about the 15-page elections petition.
This matter of the petition ought to be given priority. It's a slap in the face of thousands upon thousands, hundreds upon thousands of voters who voted for the PPP.
Rohi and his followers also made their way over to the Guyana Elections Commission office in Kingston, Georgetown to continue their protests.
Not only, for example, the removal of the chairman, but also the non-renewal of the contract of Mr. Lowenfield, the CEO.
Dr. Steve Surge Bali has already signaled his readiness to retire from his position as chairman of GCOM. But Rohi is not satisfied. He promises to only rest until a new chairman is put in place. Rihanna Ahmad, SAFETV2, Headline News.
Thanks, Rihanna.
Deslyn Griffith explains.
I'm sure you guys would have heard over several instances where we've discussed having several workshops and sensitization sessions with members of the creative industries, being music and arts and craft, and are underway.
According to Griffith, some paperwork to begin the arts and crafts segment in the grant is being finalized by the CDB. However, the key to benefit from the project is to have applicants form themselves in
groupings throughout Guyana join this society so that, of course, more people benefit versus individuals within the sector. So what they've done is
said artists and DJs have been taking a beating with the art form for years. The grant will fix that problem.
What the Chamber has done through the CDB project is that we have taken a position that the governance, music industry professionals, whichever area within the sector that you fall, you must be comfortable being a part of that association in order to achieve the objectives of that association.
The organization said that the music industry will be registered with the Deed Registry soon, says Griffith. Said building capacity is the watchword for the grant, so that musicians can be given the tools to ply their trade. As for agro-processing, Griffith had this to say.
I would appeal to the public. It's time we start supporting a lot of the products that are being generated locally. We actually have a lot of very good products that we use. Some of us don't use a lot of them, but we need to become more familiarized with them. These agro-processors will only know where they need to improve upon if you and I actually utilize these products. If we actually take the time to say, let's buy one of them and say to them, you know, this doesn't have a long shelf life or this doesn't work for us. And these are the things that we're sitting down with the agro-processors to work on.
Interested groups or persons who want to register with the GCCI to benefit from the US $226,000 plus CDB grant are asked to contact the GCCI's office for more information. Andrew Weeks reporting for SAFETV2 Headline News.
Thanks, Andrew. Mayor Patricia Chase Green said Minister of Communities Ronald Bulkin has misinterpreted the law when he said in a letter sent to her that the town clerk, Royston King, acted outside of his authority when he directed the removal of vendors from Robb Street border without the approval of the City Council. Mayor Chase Green, in defense of her actions, sat down with Headline News reporter Mondale Smith in response to Minister Bulkin's letter.
There has been much brouhaha as it relates to the situation where the town clerk made a decision to not remove permanently, but temporarily.
In a rainy day, where they were offering foods for sale, and what was found there is that they were sprinkling their goods with water from you don't know where. In the interest of the health of the nation, the town clerk licenses should only be issued to those applicants who present a certificate of good health. And they weren't removed. They were asked to suspend their selling temporarily until the place was cleaned. Nobody has gone back there since it was cleared to see the sanitary conditions that exist there now. Nobody has gone back after it was cleared by them.
Claimed that the town clerk could act without the permission of the council and inform the council after if the need arises, stating therefore that the town clerk needed to inform the council first of his proposal.
Taxes for those persons who do not pay their rates on time, and the town clerk needs to carry those persons to court. He can carry the persons to court and then inform the council. So it's not in all cases he has to inform the council on actions taken by him. There's other cases where he can do emergency works and then inform the council that emergency works has been done. So the law is quite clear.
Thanks, Mondale. Speedboat operators and commuters of the Vredenhoop to Georgetown route seem to be faced with a double whammy. While the Stabroek-Stelling continues to fall apart, things do not seem to be too well over at the Vredenhoop-Stelling. During the rush hour this morning, one of the two steps that passengers use to access the boats broke off from the Stelling, almost collapsing with a few persons on it. Video credits to Harish Gopi. Fortunately, no one was injured. As of news time, there were no words from authorities as to when the structure will be paid, because the unstable structure has tremendously slowed down their operation. Persons are calling on authorities to fix it now. Coming up after the break, our regional and international news.
John Lewis Styles introduces its VIP Rewards Card. Apply today and get special discounts on clothing, shoes, and accessories. Shop and save on your favorite brands by just showing your card. No points to accumulate or bills to keep. It's that simple. Apply today for your John Lewis Styles VIP Rewards Card. See store for more details. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
Fly always. Always something new.
With a distinctive flavor, Umda Paukagi is made from 100% pure vegetable oil. This Paukagi is a delight when preparing sweetmeats and other dishes for healthy cooking with a rich buttery taste and aroma. It is used for
home to showcase a new piece of furniture to remember this glorious event of our Jubilee. Every item is on sale right through this year in the Big Broad Factory Surplus Sale, up to 50% off for the 50th birthday at Kissoon's.
Clearance is hosting a birthday sale you cannot miss. Get half off all male and female clothing and shoes in store for one day only. From evening gowns, docker shirts, and more at Clearance on Church Street. That's where you need to be. Take advantage of Clearance half-off birthday sale on Friday the 23rd of September. Clearance. Quality clothing at affordable prices. Clearance, always keeping you in style.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to. This place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
And news from the region now. In St. Lucia, the opposition St. Lucia Labor Party has called for a suspension of Guy Mayer's diplomatic appointment. News Force has this story.
News broke in July of several alleged suspects. Guy Mayers was the then National Security Minister. The opposition, in a letter to Prime Minister Alan Chastanet dated as a result, the SLP in the missive claims that since the matter is still unresolved, it is inappropriate that the ex-minister be recommended for the diplomatic post. The letter to Prime Minister Chastanet went on to say, quote, the St. Lucia Labour Party believes that given the strong sentiment conclusion of the process relating to Operation Restore Confidence, end quote. Speaking to the media following a live press conference Monday evening, Prime Minister Alan Chastanet, when questioned about Mayer's appointment, responded, quote, one has nothing to do with the other, end quote. During a March 8, 2015 address to the nation, then calling on the then Kenny Anthony-led administration to resolve the damning impacts report. As for the ex-National Security Minister, questions abound about the date of his appointment.
Okay, in November and also some critical meetings in October, so I'm really hoping that his appointment would have come through by then.
During Monday's press conference, Prime Minister Chastanet outlined his plans to deal with ORC impacts, which include the appointment of an acting DPP and special prosecutor. The nation's leader also spoke of an appointment of a tribunal to examine the processes involved in the impacts investigation, which he says were not in keeping with convention. An appointment each will be made by the Bar Association, Chief Justice, and a collaborative effort by the US, EU, and Canada. Miguel.
And internationally, shootings in Tulsa, Oklahoma and Charlotte, North Carolina cause a fair share of Americans to say that racial tensions in this country have been amplified to the highest it's been in decades. ABC News has this report.
So how do you heal the divide?
In the criminal justice system. We've just seen those two tragic examples in both Tulsa and Charlotte. And we've got to do several things at the same time. We have to restore trust between communities and the police. We have to work to make sure that our police are using the best training, the best techniques, that they're well prepared to use force form that I think would begin to remedy some of the problems we have out of the hands of people who should not have them. The gun epidemic is to tackle the plague of gun violence, which is a big contributor to a lot of the problems that we're seeing today.
All right, Mr. Trump, you have 2 minutes. How do you heal the divide?
Secretary Clinton doesn't want to use a couple of words, and that's law and order. And we need law and order. If we don't have it, we're not going to have a country. And when I look at what's going on in Charlotte, a city I love, a city where I have investments, when I look at what's going on throughout various parts of our country, whether it's, I can just keep naming them all day long. We need law and order in our today. As you know, the endorsement of the Fraternal Order of Police, we just came in. We have endorsements from, I think, almost every police group, a large percentage of them in the United States. We have a situation where we have our inner cities, African Americans, Hispanics, are living in hell because it's so dangerous. You walk down the street, you get shot. In Chicago, they've had thousands of shootings, thousands, since January 1st. Thousands of shootings. And I'm saying, where is this? Is this a war-torn country? What are we doing? And we have to stop the violence. We have to bring back law and order. In a place like Chicago, where thousands of people have been killed, thousands shoot people. And we have to be very strong. And we have to be very vigilant. We have to know what we're doing. Right now, our police, in many cases, are afraid to do anything. We have to protect our inner cities because African-American communities are being...
And that's SAFETV 2 headline news for this Tuesday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find SAFETV 2 headline news on Facebook, YouTube, and SAFETVGuyana.com. You can also tune in at 6:30 tomorrow morning for a rebroadcast, and Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out from this newscast. And do have a good day.